It was just a habit. Elijah always whistled when he walked home at night after tending his family's farm. It was soft and tuneless, just something to break the eerie silence between the pine trees and the pitch-black sky. It calmed him. The moon made him feel less alone on those long, twisty roads that curled along the edge of the reservation. But that night, something whistled back. Elijah's stomach dropped. The feeling of dread set in as he remembered his grandpa Eddie's words. Maybe it was just an echo of my own whistle, he thought, a trick of the trees. Maybe I imagined it. Yeah, that's it. I imagined it because of Grandpa's stories, that's all, he told himself. Then the sound came again, closer, clearer, slower. The whistle mimicked his own perfectly, as if it had come out of his own mouth. But Elijah knew it hadn't. He stopped walking. The air grew stiff and still. No crickets chirping, no wind, no sound. Nothing. Then he heard it again. A low, drawn-out whistle that sounded like his own. His grandpa's words echoed in his mind. Never whistle after dark, boy. Not out here. It listens and it waits. Elijah regretted not asking his grandpa more before he passed. He thought his grandpa's stories were made up to ward off a small child from walking alone at night. They are the Yi Nald Lushi, he'd say. Elijah's flashlight shook violently in his hand. He debated turning it off and running. He was terrified to see if his grandpa's old stories had been something more. The trees on the side of the road looked the same. Tall, black-limbed silhouettes rising like spears into the night sky. But the forest wasn't the same. It felt wrong. Too quiet, like it was holding its breath. Then he heard it, the same sharp whistle. Closer, from the tree line. Just mere feet. Behind him, he took a step back, as if trying to escape the sound. But the sound moved with him. But it wasn't his whistle anymore. It had changed. It was raw and ragged, like something forcing air through torn lips. Elijah thought back to his grandpa once again, and heard his voice in his mind. Elijah, never seek out these things. They aren't human. Not anymore. They are skinwalkers, witches who have done the unthinkable to a family member to become the thing they are now. Do not trust what they say, boy. Do not trust what they do. Even if they are you. The Yi Nald Lushi hated to be called, especially by whistling. That's how they find you, Grandpa had said, eyes hollow. You whistle, and they think. You're mocking them, so they follow you. And if you look them in the eyes, if you see what's really under the skin, they wear your face next. Elijah snapped off his flashlight. Darkness swallowed the road. He held his breath. Another whistle. Now he was sure. It was right behind him, watching him, studying its prey. He spun. There, just beyond the ditch, a figure stood between the trees, thin, too tall. Its limbs were wrong, joints bent the wrong way, and its face was his, but distorted, smiling unnaturally wide. Its lips were cracked and black. They opened again to let out that dreaded whistle, his whistle that he had come to hate. Elijah didn't think. He just ran as fast as his body would allow him. Sharp branches clawed at his arms as he tore off the ominous road. His heart was hammering in his chest so hard he could swear he felt it burst. Behind him, the thing moved with unnatural speed. It never ran, just appeared closer whenever Elijah wasn't looking. Every few steps it took, it whistled, mocking, calling for Elijah. That same broken sound spit out through mangled lips. He tripped and fell hard, dirt in his mouth, blood on his hands. He scrambled to his feet just as he reached the edge of the old riverbed. He turned, panting, but saw nothing. The forest became still again, like it had before. Silence fell all around him. Then, directly behind him, his voice spoke. "Why'd you call me?" Elijah spun around and came face to face with himself. It was wearing the same red jacket, the one his mother had bought him for his birthday. It had the same cut he'd gotten over his left eyebrow from the fall. But the thing did not have his eyes. They were as black as the night sky. They almost blended into it. Its skin rippled like something squirmed beneath it. Elijah tried to scream, but the thing placed a hand over his mouth. Its hand was cold and dry, like some dried leather. The thing leaned in closer, smiling that unnatural smile. "You whistled," it whispered. "So now I will wear you." Elijah felt it push something into his throat, something writhing, crawling. His vision blurred. He saw flashes of the forest, the stars above, his own face growing more distant. And then darkness. The next morning, hikers found a man walking the riverbed barefoot, mud-streaked, clothes torn. He said his name was Elijah. He smiled too much, didn't blink, and when they turned away for just a second, he was gone. But now, when people walk that road near the pines, they sometimes hear whistling behind them, and then 3 words. "Why'd you call me?"